Right, going live. Yes. In the bush. Oh my God, are you serious? All right, I guess welcome to another episode of In the Hang with Hornet Fixer. In the bush. In the bush. In the bush. I mean, seriously? Oh my. We're going to go live. Really? Yeah, really. So for sure. Yeah, for sure. In the bush? I don't know. I guess in the bush. I don't know. I have hiccups, people. I don't know why. It's a horrible thing. Jim's not happy tonight, so if you want to text in and piss him off, I guess okay. Right, and when last time I checked, whenever you feel like shit, there's that thing that goes along with it. What's it called? Hang on, let me think. Oh yeah, miserable, not fucking happy. Don't want to be in the bush, in the bush, in the bush. But Jim wants to be in the bush. I know that part. So. We're like, we'll do it for you. He's like, faggots, you couldn't do this shit. Are you crazy? Yeah. It's all love, baby. It's all love.
Hey, fucking Wednesday. Yeah. Open mic. What do you guys want to talk about? I see a few people in the chat room. Small Money, Douglas, and Mark. Fuck that guy.
Small Money. Refresh.
No, Jim. Yes, Jim's here. I don't know. I keep forgetting I'm saying.
Tell everybody refresh. Just tell them refresh.
Well, if they can't hear me, how am I supposed to tell
them? Ooh, good point. Hey, you fuckers, refresh.
That's refresh, Eric.
Yeah, well, I'm just going with.
Mark can hear me.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Christine can hear him. They can hear him all the way out in the bush.
In the bush. Tilly, I asked you if you had to go out before the show started, and you didn't want to go. So
because she didn't know there was a bush. A bush.
But now that she heard us talking about one,
she wants to pee in the bush. The bush.
The bush.
Good thing she can't hear you guys.
Okay. And I just being silly.
And if you guys get here, and you guys get here and stay in the guest bedroom over there, she will be in between you.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, and Eric, no peanut butter will be allowed in there with you.
Because it gets caught in the bush.
Jim, come on. It's a bedroom. Nothing happens in there.
Nothing happens. Well, welcome to Jim's House of Solitude. Since Debbie's left, there's been no action here.
She went back to Dallas.
This is Uncle Spanky's. Thank you.
She went back. Wait a minute. We gotta acknowledge Christine's. She went back to Dallas time.
And we miss Debbie.
Oh,
and
boy.
We miss Debbie very much so.
And her bush.
Oh no, there wasn't.
Well,
there wasn't no bush.
I never saw that, but she definitely had nice.
Oh wait! Is this the girl? Hold on. Is this the girl who had Jim had on the left and the right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yes.
And changed and showed my old shirt and my new shirt.
No, fan.
We missed
absolutely fan.
Yes. They were
Well,
nice.
now I know why when you say I miss I didn't know Debbie. Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Debbie's been in the crossover picture. She's been in a few things. I miss Debbie. Anyway. Yeah, no alcohol.
Before he feels like shit and cries, let's talk about something else.
We're not
Before we
crying.
just hear a gunshot and the wine
you
goes
won't-
dead.
Yeah, you won't hear any crying over that one.
And there go the Sudafed, and here comes the Smith & Wesson. All right, cool.
Debbie was a fuck buddy more than anything else, but we were hoping it would turn into something else. But
See, Jim goes.
she was bi, and it was of my luck. It was polar, not sexual.
Yeah. See, Jim says, "Don't worry, there'll be no crying," and all of a sudden we hear from his pants, "Speak for yourself."
You hear, "God damn it!"
Oh, I see we're joined by Wade.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently Greyhound wants him
Okay.
Okay. Somebody's being an attention whore.
Hello, Black Dog. Hello, Douglas. And hello, Wade, Big Brother. You psychopathic sick fuck. Love you.
Okay. Well,
And Tilly.
Oh, cute.
Right now,
Tilly
Jim's
is so
actually
darn
getting some
cute.
action.
to. Yeah,
that is sick. This is my little girl you're talking about.
right. And he keeps leaning down towards the bush, the bush, the bush.
You guys are sick. And no, okay, yes,
she's
and
awesome.
thank you, Eric, for going.
She's awesome, Jim. She's an awesome.
She
awesome
is
girl.
a pain in the ass.
Well, they are, but you know.
They turn into spoiled pains in the asses.
Oh, she is beyond spoiled.
See, here's when you know that you have a special dog. In the same breath,
She's
you
not.
say,
I can't.
"God, I don't know what I'd do without her. I'd love to kill her myself."
Yes.
Okay, now here, right now, here is the same breath. She runs outside for the 14 millionth fucking
Millionth
time to
time.
grab a squirrel, does a
That's
double
not there.
flip, comes out of the harness, hits the fucking ground. You scoop her up, bring her inside. You're all like, "Oh my god, are you all right?" She walks up and goes, "No, I'm fine," and takes a shit in the house, in the kitchen.
You gotta go outside. You gotta go potty. Do I need to? Yes, I have to leave. I'll be
So
right back.
all of you out there, all of you who just boogied, think about that, because that's exactly what my double flip, boom, boom. You just saw ass over tea kettle, and she hits the fucking ground. She comes running up to you. She's like, "Oh my god, arr, 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 oh my god!" You're like, get in here. You bring her inside. You give her a little pat, a little rub. You're like, just chill. Lay down. She walks in the kitchen and goes, "Hold on 1 second." I'm like, "Ah!" I left that for you. Turns around, heads back to the couch, literally does the yawning kneel. The yawning kneel where she stretches out, lays down, and is like, that was for you.
Hey,
You literally stand there confused and going,
What the hell?
why do I hate you? Why do I want to hurt you? Why do I say the things I say?
Uh-huh.
Because of freaking that. She looks at you and goes,
Well,
"What, you have a problem?"
it could have been worse. It could have been in your shoe.
I was gonna say I don't want to interrupt your dog barfing story. That was lovely and all.
No.
Oh yeah,
But
it was real
You,
cute. wasn't
you boys in the chat room. A quick question: on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you put Jim's promo for this week?
Oh come on, it was good.
I just refreshed the chat room. I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity. There we go.
It was good. It was.
I just gave you a heart.
Okay. I don't see any of that.
That's because
Anyway.
a penis wasn't optional, so I went with the heart.
Oh, I see what the woman in blue.
Okay, so.
And by the way,
Rudy must be listening to us because he just posted a picture with us on Facebook.
Yeah, and the very opening, by the way, was her saying lyrics to the word. I got asked that twice. Yes. She did say, and the music was good and the music was loud. That is what she said.
Well, yeah, you could read her lips.
I know, but these wingnuts want to ask.
Okay.
Wait, nuts.
And the
Let's not talk about that psychopath.
how much? $75. So And where does she
Oh,
live?
no.
Down by Jim. She had a band. Yeah, she's part of a band.
Her?
Mm-hmm.
So you're all going in and out in a regular cadence for Wade. Is anybody else hearing that kind of stuff?
What?
Yeah, so the soundtrack to the promo was awesome. John Solar actually sent me that, and I have that on my iPod for a long time now. I like the mashups like that, especially when they do them really good.
Yeah, that was very well.
And if they do them so good that you don't get a copyright infringement.
Right.
Okay, I have a question for you, John.
Yeah.
Every single time you put a promo together for me, and of course they're catching up on all of the theme that you've used for years. Yeah. I'm now getting one for every old. I mean, like 6 years ago, boom! I'm getting a copyright.
Yeah, my thing ran out. Shit.
Oh, like a license?
Yeah, it was a license for your song. And it ran out.
Fuck them.
Right.
Well, if you had it then, does that mean you're supposed to delete it as soon as it's...
Yes.
That's bullshit.
They have some really fucked up laws nowadays. But it's not the laws of, like, the land. It's YouTube. It's just YouTube. See, but YouTube wants us to make every dime. So don't forget that. YouTube has, like, really big channels where they say, you know what? Everybody who does this is on our channel. There's a whole bunch of you guys out there that are subscribed to YouTube channels. You don't even know it. You don't even know who you are.
Well, here's an interesting thing. I used 20 seconds of Shoot the Thrill from AC/DC, and I did not receive a copyright yet. I'll throw that out there. Yet. I've had scenarios where I got a copyright infringement 20 minutes before it was even uploaded completely and went live.
Oh, yeah, you've gotten instantaneous from me. I know you have. You're like, oh, look, John's got the promo done. What? I just got that.
Oh, thank you, Douglas. It was an awesome time, and I have to give credit where credit is due. There was at least 3 cameras running, and 2 of the 3 were Jeremy pre-dawn deaths. So we shared the footage so we could put stuff together. And when we get together as a group, like the last time, say, Jim was here, I don't give a fuck about pulling out a camera and recording the whole thing because I'm spending time with my brother. I'm spending time with my family. And in a way, it's like nothing else exists while that little bubble is happening. And I'm like that when we get out and get shooting. Normally I like to find, like, my buddy Steve. You've all met him either via video or blog radio or Locked and Loaded. And I've handed a camera to Steve and told him all the food you can eat and any pop that you want. Just aim this camera at whatever looks cool. And he's done that, but I didn't think about that for this weekend. He's been really busy, but yeah. So a big thanks for Jeremy. We're able to share footage, and I put together a little montage of what went down on Saturday. And we were supposed to. It was like an 85% chance of rain, and it didn't rain at all on Saturday. So thank you, Second Amendment loving Mother Nature.
Oh, we went crazy. We went from 32 degrees all the way to 68 today. It has been nuts. Insane here.
Guess what we have forecast for the end of the week?
You say the F word, I'm going to kill you. Oh, that's it.
Set away.
That's
set
it.
away. Snow.
Bush.
Is that the new shitter?
Yeah, Bush. She's like, I got dandruff in my bush. In my bush. In my bush.
So Scott Murray says we should discuss the 1001 uses for large quantities of Astroglide because Cobra needs to know.
Yeah, and by the way, oh my god, it was funny all the way. I'm like, oh come on. It was like, what, 2 milliseconds. Like, look, big buck. I'm like,
yeah.
I had fun with it. I had a blast with the video. You got totally ricked, and it was funny. I had fun with it, but I was like, come on, you can do a lot better than just like 2.2 seconds. Come on.
If
Come on.
That's okay.
Cobra, can you hear us, Cobra? Can you hear us? I'm
Yes.
dissing your ass.
Wild one, Jet Zero.
Great hockey season, everyone. Welcome. I tell you what, if I turn this TV on right here to a hockey game, well, Saturday's Ms. Bomey's Zone show is on. I can guarantee you that she'll be off of iHeart.
All I'll say is this: 7-4, 7-4, 7-4. Her
7-4.
Fuck you! You will not happen. I mean, 7-4.
Yeah, that was last hockey season.
Yeah, she's like, I'll kill him. 7-4. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you what happened. 7-4. 7-4.
Well, that was last year. We're in this year now.
Right, but where do we all play at? In the bush. In the bush.
Oh, and
Rangers 2, Islanders 1. Sorry.
I see Jolson joined us. Thank you, Jolson, for making it possible for me to choke my chicken.
And J-Dog.
That chicken went everywhere with us on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Big Ed came in.
Ed?
Angelina.
Now what you have to do is you have to take the chicken, and every time you go somewhere, put the chicken on that town sign. Put it on the town sign. Whenever you cross
Jesus
the border,
Christ.
put it there. Let's
We
let
literally-
the chicken literally become well known. Be like,
We were
this is a
literally
cock
walking
that
out the
travels.
door. We're literally walking out the door and like, oh, UPS is here. Are you expecting something? No. I'm like, it's probably more fucking anal lube or another dick or something. Open it up and it's a fucking chicken. And Jolson was supposed to be here this weekend, and he made the foolish decision to spend time with his brother and camping. But you can't fault him, I guess. So I said I'm gonna bring the chicken with, and we'll just take some funny shots of it here and there, while we're shooting. For the next hour, Christine would not let go of it. And there's like pictures of it in the car. She has it in the fucking window, so people are pulling up alongside of us. And that thing is looking at them.
She has it upside down in the goddamn friggin' sky roof. I'm commenting, going, "What are you doing to that cock? What are you doing to that cock?" I mean,
the cock was upside down.
I know. I'm making comments. Going, what the hell is she doing to your cock? Everyone's like, "That's what she does." And then she starts thumping it with her finger like, "Bad cock, bang." Hey, and then as she hits it, she's like, "Hey, you know what? That's Chinese Bangkok, Bangkok." You're like, "Okay, all right." Girl got freaked out. She done gone freak.
We took him shooting.
we took my cock shooting.
Yeah.
Ed wants to know if you regained feeling in your mouth and lips. I don't even want to know.
Really, dude. I right now, I just want to bail. I want to thank you guys all for being here, and we are out of here.
And good night.
It's a short one this week. Jim's not feeling good. Yeah.
We're going to leave you with Ed. We're leaving you with Ed, folks. Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice night.
Thanks, Ed, for wrecking it for everybody.
My God.
J-Dog said he only got.
Can you see Ed? Can you see Ed
Only
clawing
picks he does of the chicken.
Can you see Ed clawing his way to a pile of rubble? He leans over the rubble and goes, Hey, how you feel? How's your mouth and your lips?"
It puts the lotion on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
It rubs the lotion on my skin, or it gets.
Well, let's just put it this way, Ed. Jeremy will not be staying here anymore.
All right, imagination. There you go.
Go. And I'm out.
Tapped out.
As Eric runs from the room screaming, you hear the sound of ice cubes falling.
Oh, great. Stalker Steve is here. Just when you thought the night couldn't get any more interesting.
Yeah, oops. Yeah. Thanks, Ed, for stopping by and putting all that down. Alright, I'm getting a beer.
You can go get a beer.
In the bush.
Another natty ice.
You know what? She gets to play all she wants because you know what? You don't even have a guest. You don't even have a guest. Come on.
Who?
Eric. This week on Locked and Loaded is going to be Eric's thumb. He's going to pull it right out of his ass, folks. He's going to pull it out of his ass, and we're going to interview Eric's thumb.
I can tell you right now, Jim's taking notes.
Mhm.
Saturday or Friday will be interesting.
No, he's written Friday. Fuck you, Eric. That's all he wrote. Nothing else.
I would never do something like that.
That's really
Eric,
believe him.
Got a question for you in the chat room there, buddy.
Stalker Steve got a new tool. I'm not sure I want to know. Coming from Stalker Steve, the name kind of speaks for itself, I found out.
Tool?
He got a new tool. Jolson. Yeah, all of a sudden, whoever sent me the cock bottle, and then somebody sent me the anal ease, it's real easy to put two and two together. Literally.
Sounds like you've tried that.
Well, it looks a lot bigger in video than it is. That's all I'm going to say.
Jesus. So the video adds 10 inches to it. Is that what you're saying? So I need to start videoing my junk and putting it on Tinder a little more often.
You've seen that the
Oh,
cock
shit.
is bigger on video? What?
Than in real life, yeah. Once you get a little anal ease on it, it's...
Uh-huh. All right, then.
Hey, next time you're at Walgreens, can you pick me up some diapers?
I got that one. A little Depends action for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, after talking about the whole cock and lube, I'm going to think that, there's something going to be seriously wrong with your...
Yeah, there's a...
With a
Shitter.
shitter.
Yeah. Gravity is detrimental now.
What did I do?
What? Nothing.
What did I do?
Okay. Are we done talking about Uncle Schvinky?
Uncle Schvinky. What the fuck did I miss? Oh,
I have no idea where that
You'll have to
came
catch it in reruns. And you'll
Yeah,
be
yeah,
going,
you're gonna
wow,
sit down.
that's what happens when I go get a frickin' beer.
I went and got a beer. All of a sudden, she's like, "Well, then he came by and then he touched me." Who? Uncle Schvinky.
Yeah, J-Dog, it leaks.
Wait a minute. Uncle Schvinky touched her and it leaks. Okay, Christine, you and I are talking. Before your next show, we're talking. This is some fucked up shit.
Are you sure you don't want the poise instead of the Depends?
Oh my god.
What?
Is this wait, Bobby here?
Okay.
Okay.
I think this is where Jim needs to talk politics.
Yes.
Hillary's been spotted in the bush. The hell did I walk into?
Oh, I really don't want to talk about that sphincter.
Gargle
with some sphinctery.
I did.
Fucking Mark.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Mark, you're not helping at all.
And why is she so excited? She's like, "Oh yeah, yeah." She like pulls a Kool-Aid man. Sphincterine. Oh yeah. Sphincter's here.
They understood it.
So
know where it's coming
I have
from
a
with that.
question. I'm getting to the I am technically I'm actually past the age where I should go in
Are we
and
going to
have
talk about bodily fluids now?
No, I should have the little camera.
I thought he was going to talk about.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to talk about iHeartRadio. I was like, "Fuck you, It's not happening.
No, a colonoscopy. And should I be concerned if my doctor wants to use a Canon EOS
Yeah, you should be.
with
Not at all.
that lens that you would use to
What's-
show
You know what's
the
really
flag
messed
on the
up is
moon?
when the guy walks in with a hose reel like you have on your front lawn, and he says, "Hey, if you feel me tapping on your chest, it's 'cause I am." That's actually what he said to me. He goes, "If you feel me tapping on your chest, it's 'cause I am." And I was like, "What?"
You know, it's really not that bad, Eric. Except when you come to and you go and you and the doctor.
Yeah, don't come to. Do not come
You're
to.
all standing there and you're talking to the doctor. He says, "Yeah, everything went good. You're going to be fine. Just relax and I'll be back in a minute." And then a couple minutes later, a nurse comes in and says, "Who was that?"
Yeah. My doctor
Right.
said I grabbed his face and tried to pull it off. He said I came to and tried to pull his face off. After that, they can only have it done with propofol. They won't allow anything else.
Propofol.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Apparently,
Steve.
I came to and got incredibly violent.
When your doctor is in the room and you feel something sliding into your butt, both of his hands should not be on your shoulders.
No.
Yeah. The idea is for him to never say the phrase, "Look, Mom, both hands." If he says that, then you need to run, or at least try to escape from the grips that are holding you down. Oh my God! Listen to her. She's like, "What the hell was that?"
She's sitting here hitting refresh on cocky score.
I catch her on
I'm
so
sorry,
many open mics.
I'm sorry, are we boring you?
Christine, don't forget the open mic is working. The open mic is working tonight, sweetie. It is working. So whatever you say, people can hear
I'm
you.
not even close to the mic,
No,
and I'm
when-
Unlike
whispering.
last time when you're like, my cousin and my cousin did my teacher. I'm like, what? She's like, oh, shut up, John. I did my teacher too.
God,
I'm like, what the hell? She's like, okay, so we all did my
That is
teacher. I'm
as
like,
a teacher.
what the hell?
Let's
And no sexual innuendos.
quickly
No.
clue Christine in. Open mic isn't literal.
What? I'm sitting here, minding my own business, looking at my hockey scores.
Actually, it is literal, and that's the problem.
Oh my God.
She's like, ooh, yeah, yeah, we that's right. We just got that.
There's 7 games on
Oh my God, Scott, shut up.
And Steve, did you see what Steve wrote? What was I just doing?
Shaking his head. So Scott says,
I know, I read that.
since how this is Jim's show and I don't have to worry about iHeart. Scott says, I hope Crosby likes his pudding because Big Bubba is going to be putting his dick in his ass.
And Douglas said earlier, Cosby's showing his black hole in jail. You mean he's getting his pudding popped? Oh my God!
Yeah. Jello pudding. Jello pudding.
Oh my God.
Oh, pudding is
The
never going to
memes-
be the
The
same.
memes, I mean, they've gone up for quite a while for him, but he's like already it's like 3 hours in jail, and someone put up a Photoshop thing where he had dreads and prison tats.
Yeah. They already photoshopped his head on like the leader of the chain or the yard gang that was out there pumping iron and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Too
People
soon?
are
Nope.
People are brutal,
Yeah, no, it's never too soon. It can't be too soon.
dude. Somebody posted a picture. It was on Twitter, I think it was. If I had a picture, it had a picture of Europe and it had a picture of a rat. It said 7 million people versus 1 rat. Who do you think will win?
Yeah.
And some chick went too soon. He said 4.5 centuries is too soon.
Yeah, there you go. People are stupid. They really don't actually know what the hell they're bitching about. God, people, if you're gonna bitch, then learn something. Take a minute and go. You know what? I want to say this. Fuck you because of this. Then stop. Put it in Google. If nothing else, go about this. Oh, and then go. Oh, wow. Do I sound like my little bit? Oh, done. Then just type "fuck you" and just walk away.
These people, the people that do this stupid shit, are never going to learn. They're never going to learn.
No, they don't.
Just like all these fucking dumbass Democrats doing all this shit to Kavanaugh and all these other, they did it. Oh, hey, by the way, does anybody remember the 3 women that accused Herman Cain of sexual harassment?
Yes,
without hitting
actually, yes, we do.
Okay, John, you're not supposed to fucking ruin the joke.
Sorry. I apologize.
I don't remember.
Good, and that's what's going to happen to these cunts after Kavanaugh gets on the Supreme Court.
Oh, he will get nominated, and he will. The vote will happen, and it will pass. Like we were talking about earlier, Jim, what pisses me off is this Democrat libtard playbook. It's you basically throw shit out there because there's going to be a handful of those, conservative. I mean, people like me and you that will believe the bullshit because they even though they're part of our camp per se, they're still not smart enough to think for themselves. And it's a sad thing because obviously it works. It's like her own, this Ford, whatever the fuck her name is, I don't care. She's just bullshit. Her own family is not endorsing her. Her husband's side of the family is. Her own family is not endorsing this.
We all know it's a smear campaign. We all know that for a fact that this didn't happen.
He was sexually. It was like he was nominated. And they were like, "Oh my God, he fucked me. He fucked me."
Yeah, but they waited till the week of before his fucking nomination vote.
Right, but look,
and they're dragging this out. They're dragging it out.
What about Obama? Everyone was like, "He's amazing. He's incredible." Didn't he throw his leg up on top of the edge of his seat on a plane?
Oh,
and lean into it and go, "How you doing? How you doing?"
I don't.
What about Bill Clinton? Jesus Christ, he's actually done all the things that he's accused of.
Well, it's not even, and it's the how much taxpayer money has been paid out for sexual harassment claims.
They have a confirmed $850,000 that he did for that one girl. That's confirmed.
Well, yeah, and that's Clinton, but I'm talking about the entire fucking Congress.
Wade's got a great point. You fucking libtards out there, you realize that you have taken a guy who would have just done the job the way the founding fathers would have been proud, and have now added a little bit of the Incredible Hulk to him.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. When you take a guy who goes, "I'm just going to do the job," and you go, "Really? I'm going to poke you in the fucking eye and stick it in your fucking head." Now he's pissed.
Well, I got to be honest. I can understand that, but I don't think Kavanaugh would do that. Honestly, I think he's too upstanding of a judge.
He's an amazing guy. He really is.
Now, will it be in the back?
We're talking. We're talking
sure,
shit.
but...
We're talking shit. We are talking shit. But I am anyways. But he's an amazing person. He really is. But can that be something in the back of your brain when you're like, I don't know, eyeballing a fucking certain situation which may have Credo led to it from that? I don't know. Possibly.
They better tell Kavanaugh if he gets on the court, which he will, to make sure he doesn't sleep with his pillow on his face.
Yeah, really. Yeah, exactly.
At a liberal fucking ranch.
Really.
But that's okay.
Where everybody shows up at the airport and the hospital before you're dead.
That's okay though, because when Ruth Bader Ginsburg kicks the bucket here in the next year or so, and he puts another nominee up there.
Thank you, God.
And if he does pick that woman that they said that they wanted him to pick to begin with, she's so much more anti-Roe.
Actually, she is. Actually, she is. Like,
she is the
queen
liberals'
fucking-
worst nightmare.
Yeah, she's queen conservative, and you're gonna have a hard time because she's also a woman. And good luck.
Right.
Of all the judges, Kavanaugh was not even fucking. He's not even the issue.
Yeah,
You
he
want to
was
see?
actually-
You want
he
you
was
want to
actually
see an
one of the
issue?
He was one of the more conservative-leaning, moderate fucking.
Well, yeah,
But
he's
a constitutionalist.
he's a guy you can walk up to and go, he's a constitutionalist and he's totally conservative. You go, yeah, yes. They go, okay, oh, but that's fine. But there's a lot of other ones out there that are not just a constitutionalist and a conservative. They have other, like, this is bullshit mentality. And that's what they're going to wind up with, because Ginsburg, she cannot, like, she can't, I mean,
Dude, they're
what
pumping
she
much
got,
drugs
like
into her to keep her alive.
I mean, what has this bitch got? She's like 10 poles in her fucking veins, going, hold on, wait, we got, it's open, the blood's pumping.
Yeah, Smile Money, you're right. There's still a bunch of turncoats in the Republican Party. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're plants.
Oh yeah, they are. You know they are.
Oh yeah, and then you got all these Democrats got even up there in Minnesota, that Ellison guy. They got a woman that wants to testify on this guy, and they got 911 calls to back all this shit up and evidence, physical evidence against the guy, and he's just skating away from this shit.
Yep.
I don't fucking get it.
It's all fucking bullshit.
If you influence.
Go look at the Georgia Guidestones. This is what they want, people. This is what they want. This is what's supposed to happen.
Oh yeah.
It's what's supposed to happen, people.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is. And everybody has their opinion on all this, and you know, my opinion is mine, and it's not wrong, it's not right. You know, it's mine.
Yep.
And yours is yours, his is his, hers is hers, etc., etc.
And that's the beautiful part. But that's the beautiful part. We're allowed to have that. Unless you're liberal, then we can't. We have to all agree. Party line. Okay. Sorry.
Oh man, I wish I would have had him forward it to me. It was a thing someone put up on Facebook that my buddy Greg showed me. It was in essence, it was something like Kavanaugh accused 37 years ago of touching a girl on her butt, and he needs to never be heard from again. And yet the liberals call you an insensitive, racist bastard because you don't want some guy taking a leak in the bathroom with your daughter.
Yeah, of course.
Talk about the double standards.
It's insanity.
Yeah, I've
though.
seen that.
It's really sick, though. I mean, like I've said 100 times, the more deviant you want to be, for some reason, this country right now is like looking for deviant. Are you a fucking total dev? Can you be a total dev? Well, we want you here right now. And they do. They really do. For some strange fucking reason, they just want everybody being deviant.
I mean, I forget. Is it the conservative side of the United States that is all for adults having sex with children?
Oh my god, that this whole pedo thing's driving me nuts. All right, I'm gonna go crazy. It's Jim's show. I'm very irritated by the whole pedo thing.
Do what?
I'm very upset by the whole pedo thing. It's driving me crazy. It's fucking insanity. But I won't take your shit.
I personally think if you're one of them, I hope you die. If you think that that's okay, I hope you die. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Seriously, dead serious though. I mean, what the fuck? Who made that okay? What is that? You know what I mean? I don't know. You told your kid to mow the lawn. And he didn't mow it, so you gave him a spanking, and he mowed the lawn. That's one thing. There you go. That's a thing that happens in real life. And now they're like, no, that's not real life. Real life is this. What? Guy stands outside the bathroom. Girl walks in. Guy changes sex. Guy walks in. What the fuck is that? I mean, what is that? That's not even real. People don't. That's not even possible. I mean, this whole insanity, this fluid shit. Fuck off. Anybody who believes in this fluid shit, fuck you. And this won't be on iHeart, and I'm sorry. Fuck you. Christine, Jim's gonna come on your show and say fuck you. It's my fault.
No, I'm not.
I'm teasing her. Her mind's stuck in the bush. Her mind's stuck in the bush.
No,
I'm
I was
reading.
just
I'm trying to
actually
keep up with the comments.
looking at.
Yeah, and Ed's right. This whole entire, all of this pedo shit is like, I mean, I'm with you, Ed. I am really so fucking upset about this shit. It's just, I mean, this is a punch somebody in the fucking throat moment. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm really fucking pissed.
Well, with everything we know about this country, you seriously have to ask yourself, how is it even possible that it got to the light of day and yet somehow is being endorsed? I mean,
but look what they're doing though.
These-
Look what they're doing though. Look at the crazy shit they're doing right now. Now this is going to be seen really fucked up at first, but just hear me out. Do you think that murder of anybody you choose for purposes of no more than enjoyment is okay? Obviously not. But they have now taken a movie about that and made it a weekly episode show. It's called The Purge, where they're just like showing that, hey, you know, this is what life should be, but this is what cool should be. What? Just go kill anybody you want to kill. Just kill anybody. I'm always amazed, going, wow, how they make things so much more like. Here's what depraved is. This is what depraved. But they just keep pushing it further and further. I'm like, God, I'm blown away. My father was like,
I'm actually watching that series.
my father was like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, but no, really. So what is this? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, what? Why are are you guys okay with it? I'm not okay with it, Dad. I'm really not okay with it. He went, it must be. Why? You guys are watching this. I'm not watching it. He goes, but why is this okay? And I'm like, I don't even. So I look at a guy who's 75 who's going, why is this okay? And what do you say? What do you say to him as to why this is okay? Now, when he was young, Dick Van Dyke could not get in bed with Mary Tyler Moore. It was against the law. Could not happen. So they had separate beds on TV because they didn't want to bring that whole depraved thing into the whole what they considered depraved. But it's like now, where have we come from? Where have we come from, and where are we going? I mean, yeah. Have I ever seen porn? Hell, fucking yeah. Do I want my kids staring at it? You know, when they get home from school? No, I don't. I'll be quiet now.
To answer Doug's question, there's 3 teams that I follow. It's the Minnesota Wild, the New York Rangers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And the Bruins. She loves the Bruins.
No, I don't.
You're a big fan of Vashkin too, aren't you?
Oh, Vashkin.
She loves Bruins as long as they're playing in the bush. Sorry,
Your Bruins are tied with Red Wings right now, 2-2.
If anybody wonders why we're like talking and Jim's not talking, Jim doesn't feel good.
I have a question.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
I have a question. What porno lawyer is running for something? What? I saw a couple people talking about that.
That's the douchebag that was representing Stormy Daniels and was representing some of the people against Kavanaugh.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, and they're saying he's running for president or some shit?
No, office.
Oh, just an office? Okay.
Probably head of the pedos.
Yeah.
I'll speak
And
to
that
my
name, I want everybody to think about that name. Just think about that name. That name they're trying to make sound cool. Pedo. Always remember this, folks. Pedo means I harmed your child. That's it. Don't think anything else in your brain. Don't think of anything else in your brain. But pedo means I harmed your child. Don't let your head fucking get sucked over into the whole pedo. Don't. Just don't. Pedo are people that harm children. They hurt children.
I just don't understand what's wrong with society today.
Well, of course we do. What do they want to do? They want go to the Guidestones. Look at it. They want to have X amount of people not be here. So what's the first thing you do? Okay, abortion. Okay, this. Okay, these are all things and steps along the way, Christine. They're just steps along the way of doing what the final outcome is supposed to be.
But I'm talking about society in general. Why is it okay for what was abnormal is now normal? And why is the abnormal okay? And when did that switch flip?
They want you to have all that you want to have. And what's going to end up happening later on in life, this is going to all become bad and people will go away. But they need to make sure that you have depraved people first, because that's how you make people go away. That is how you eliminate a huge portion of the population. Is let them be depraved. Let them do whatever the hell they want to do. Scream, yell, holler, friggin' lose your mind, whatever it is. They can go, you know what? All those people, fucking psychos. Get rid of them. And if you ever want to know what's the end game, go look at the fucking Georgia Guidestones, folks. I mean, they're right there. The actual definition is right there in front of your face. They say, here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do to you.
Be careful what you wish for, first and foremost, because you just might get it. And what you might get truly may not be what you want.
Oh, yeah. And
I don't understand.
You know that's the definition of what's going to happen. It always is the definition of what's going to happen. They're going to wind up going, you know what? And think about this. They're like, you know what? We want to have no more than 500 million people on the world. And you go, wait, there's 3.5 billion. What do you do with the 3 billion people? Exactly. Exactly. And then you ask yourself all the other questions, and you stand there, but just look at what they're writing. And they write it, and it's right there in front of your face. And you go, whose fucking idea is this crap? What is this shit? And you can see it, and you're like, well, I'm blown away going, this is what you guys want? And it is. It's what they want. They want one world government. And they want a government that's going to pick your religion. I mean, whoever heard of that shit?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like people are just blindly accepting it for what it is, not questioning it, and not really doing anything about it. But on the other hand, you always hear people saying, well, I'm my own individual. Don't tell me what to do or how to be or
exactly.
blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
So, WTF.
Right, but they've got it all wrong now. They're like, you know what? I'm upset. Jim's not happy. I was talking to Jim Hornetfixer the other day, and he wasn't happy. And now I'm pissed off he wasn't happy. So I'm going to protest. What do you want to do? I'm going to loot the Kmart and get a TV because Jim wasn't happy.
Wow. So,
and you're like, what is that? What does that have to do with shit?
What does it have to do with anything?
Anything. You're like, yeah, but Jim wasn't happy. You're like, yeah, but okay, shut up. I understand that. He wasn't happy, so I'm gonna loot it for a TV.
Oh,
that's
Steve,
what they do.
Stalker Steve, that's already like the flood in Minnesota. Is the fucking towel head Muslims are? That's sorry. My belief is when people say, what will happen to America? America will be destroyed from within.
I said that a long time ago.
By the liberals.
No, we're not gonna let it. We won't let it happen. We won't let it happen.
Really? Is that why all these assholes up in Minnesota are taking their Korans in and getting sworn into office?
Yeah.
That part I can't speak to, but I can speak to the part that we're gonna all get tired of this bullshit and go enough. I know I am.
Yeah.
That's
I
why,
know, but
that's
the
why
thing-
Trump got elected.
But the thing is most of the time when people start to wake up and smell a coffee, pardon the expression, it's always like a day late and $1 short.
Yep, it is.
We never get our shit together in time for anything until it's gone way too far. It's
That's
been way
because
too
people-
extreme, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, now we
Look
got to
at-
do something.
Look at all the battles that we have had in the time we've been on YouTube, and people like will say, you're just like a wacko. That will never happen in our lifetime. Oh yeah? That's because people like me won't drop the sword and we keep on fighting. That's why people like John Solar don't give up. That's why people like Jim have a fucking van idling in his driveway all the time.
I'm ready. And Jolson, thank you very much. Jolson just put the whole entire thing right there.
Yeah.
People have said
I know.
1,000 times, what do they want? What do they want? That is what they want. That's it. That's what they want. If you ever wondered what do these fuckers want? That is what they want. That's it. There's nothing else they want. That is what they want.
Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity.
Yes. And
Okay,
it's not-
that's you
that-
could go down that rabbit
and
hole.
what is that? What is that? That is fucking Planned Parenthood. That is Planned Parenthood.
Hey, they're putting up billboards in this area. Planned Parenthood. We will never go away.
Mhm.
Right. But I'm telling you right now, look at what he wrote right there and understand what it is. Understand what it is that it says.
You know what that
Understand
reminds
what
me
they're
of?
saying to you is this is what I'm going to, not what I want to, what I'm going to do to you.
What was that? This whole mentality of what I just read reminds me of that movie. They couldn't live past a certain age. I don't remember if it was 32 or 35. They had to conform with the society within. Everybody had to dress accordingly, do things accordingly. You know what movie I'm talking about? And then at the time when they turned 35, they prepared to die because you couldn't live past that.
Yeah, you had to play the
Because
game.
you had to keep the population at a certain level. Was that
was
Logan's?
Logan's Run.
Yeah. That's
But-
what
but-
that
but
reminds me of.
That type of behavior is what they're talking about. And I've said this a billion. I mean, I don't even know how many times I've said this. I'm like, you know what, people, if you want to know, if you ever want, and you hear people all the time go, what do liberals want? What the fuck do they want? You're like, it's on a fucking stone tablet in Atlanta, Georgia, written on it in 5 languages or 10 languages or whatever the fuck it is. Like, it's sitting right there. They tell you what they want. Here's what we want, and they're very specific. Here's what we want. But I mean, they want like all reproduction controlled. They want, if you're in love with somebody, they don't want you to be in love with somebody. They want to have you be in love with somebody under the terms they say you can. I mean, every goddamn aspect of your life they want controlled, but they call it a simple set of rules. A very, very simple set of rules. It's not a big deal. Very, very simple. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely. They're going to guide it. They're going to improve your fitness and your diversity. They're going to unite humanity with a living new language. One language, people. One language. They're going to rule passion. Rule, by the word, by the way, is rule. They're going to rule passion. They're going to rule faith. They're going to rule tradition, and all things will be ruled with tempered reason. They're going to protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally. resolving external disputes in a world court. One world court. Avoid petty
There's
laws.
no such thing
Balance
as fair.
personal rights with social duties. Think about that. Your personal rights, however you feel today, whatever it is you went through today, the emotional constraints of what you did today are going to now be under the scrutiny of somebody else who's going to make sure that it's balanced with the social duties you should have done. You should have done. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with all the infinite, and be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. Think about all that you just heard. Just think about it for a fucking second. Somebody in their brain thinks, that's it. That's the end. There's nothing else for you to believe. Do it.
I'd like to know who these people were that put this whole process together.
They weren't that long ago.
Wow,
Go ahead.
Stalker Steve just sent me a picture of his new tool. That's huge.
That's Stalker Steve's
Yeah.
plastic blow-up cock on a ladder. It's huge. Jim, I'm sorry. I'm taking over your show. Your thoughts.
Go ahead.
Jim's just the moderator. Blocked.
Well, that's. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't, and you guys, so many of you don't even fucking know. You really don't. I mean, just take a minute, go look them up. I mean, like, don't take my word for it. I mean, I'm nobody. I'm just a fucking blob of dirt and a fucking puddle that's going by.
You can do a Google Earth search.
Yes.
Florida or for the Georgia Guidestones, and it'll bring you there, and it'll show you them.
Right, but just go look. Just go look at it. Just go look at it. If nothing else, just go eyeball the damn thing. Go. You know what? John said this. Little fat freak. What a little fat freak he is. And you know what? I'm with you. I am 100% with you. But just type it in and just eyeball. Just look at it, and then you go. You know what? Okay, that's a little fucked up. That is a little fucked up. I'm not quite sure why that says that.
Stalker Steve, looks like it has both length and girth.
I love that. Jim types. Jim hates people all the time.
Not just this week.
Yeah, Jim's like, Tuesday, fuck you. I hate all of you all the time.
Oh, for God. Get going, Shelby. Go.
Jim's like, hate you? I don't just hate you in the bush. In the bush. In the bush.
Yeah. On the street, at the mall,
That's
at
right.
the car show.
I don't just hate you in the street, in the mall, in the car, at the place where you reside. You fucker.
Yeah, trust me, it's not just.
Dude, I hate that shit. Christine, what are you doing to that dog?
She's retarded.
She's like, the dog is dumb and it needs iced tea.
No. She thought there was something special in the container, so I'm
I'm
showing
like,
her.
what are you doing to the dog, Christine? She's like, the dog is stupid and needs iced tea.
Does need iced tea.
Christine, why are you hurting the dog? The dog's dumb and likes to hold this small plastic bag.
What else do you want?
See? People, help me. I have a quest.
I just got a picture of Johnny Concho in the shower.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. That's...
On that note, it's 9 o'clock.
Don't
and
share.
I don't
Don't
want to see that.
share. Please don't share.
No, don't worry.
All right, that's it. It's 9 o'clock. I gotta go to bed.
Next week will be a hell of a lot happier for Jim.
Yes, because he'll be feeling better by then.
He'll still hate you, though.
Well, he
I'm
always
still gonna-
hates.
I'm gonna still hate
He
everybody.
Yeah,
fucking hates you.
Let's go down the line.
Can you imagine?
Smile
that?
Money, Jim hates you. Stalker
Jim-
Steve, Smile Money, Jim hates you. Douglas, Jim hates you. Stalker
Jim
Steve,
Hill, he hates you.
Jim, you hate yourself. Jolson, definitely. Jim
Can you
hates
imagine
you.
that like therapy session
Ed-
going, listen, Jim loves you. You go, fuck you. You go, shut up. Jim hates you too. Shut up. Jim hates you. You may, wait a minute. You said, shut up. Jim hates you too. Christine, in case you didn't know it, you're drunk and Jim hates you. Eric,
Great
in case
story.
you
Great story. Hit the button.
Am I
yeah,
drunk?
hit the fucking button. Christine, I'm just being a bitch. Stop being
You're
a
good. You're good
Stop
at
being
it.
a
Hit the
drunk,
button.
Christine.
Hit the fucking button.
I'm not drunk,
I'm just being a bitch. Stop being a drunk.
but I'm not drunk.
Jim's just like, fuck that. I'm out of here.
My small money's like, he said it twice. He hates me that much. That was Eric. That wasn't me.
Yeah, Jim's in control. By the way, Jim's in control.
I just know how Jim feels.
But he's in control of the button.
Fucking push it.
If Jim was in control of the button, it'd been
Oh, for God. Must be playing the music now.
do do do.
The push. The push.
Pushing the button, you fucking freaks. Oh my God.